Hello, folks. How you doing? This is Colin, and tonight is family game night. I hope someone's out there right now. Hey, I'm here. Hopefully, you are too. I'm gonna say hi to Lori. I'm gonna say hi to Molly and Jason. I don't know if anybody else is gonna be popping in yet. Whoa, we got 5 people watching. Hey, Cecilia, how you doing? Cecilia says hi, love.
Hello.
She's over there, folks, just as per usual. I hope everybody is doing well. I am still on the mend, just to let you know. Yeah, been having issues with my knee. Hopefully, that we'll find out more on Friday, whether I'm supposed to be getting an MRI done. So they'll find out more about what's wrong with my knee. I don't know if Molly and Jason are planning on coming up tonight so to help me host this. I don't, if they are, awesome. The link is at the top of the chat. Unless somebody else wants to like to pop up and help me host, that'd be great too. So there you go. Hello, happy Tuesday, and today I voted. See if I can get this thing up here. Yes, I voted. No, not knee replacement. Just worked on. Hopefully, if that they said that's possible in the future, not quite yet, unless they decided that it's going to be sooner than later. I won't know any more information until I talk to my doctor. So we're going to go with that. Oh, thank you for coming, Cecilia. I really appreciate it. Love having you on. But hey, we're here. I haven't even brought up my setup for my trivia deal yet, so bear with me here. I'm going to be bringing that up shortly. Let's get to remember where I put it. It's hidden somewhere on all my bookmarks and stuff. Hopefully, I'll be able to find it shortly. Anyway. Random comment picker, not it. Nope. That's not it. Where is it? I have to go do some searching here. Give me a second, folks. I am delving deep into my computer. And I gotta check my YouTube studio, and I gotta go way back. Oh man, Okay, let's see here. I'm checking to see if my information on my game night shows up. Give me a second, folks. I'm hoping I can find that. Aha, found it. It took me a while, but I found it. Give me a second. I'll ask. Right there, still in that little thingy right there. Her bone's not healing correctly.
Well, it's not fusing like it's supposed
2 to 3 upload, not good tonight. Okay. Me, I'm supposed to be sitting down, but my work has me walking a lot. I'm averaging about 4 to 6 miles a day. I do have my knee brace, and I'm not doing any lifting anymore than I have to, not doing any pushing more than I have to, and I have a 15-pound weight restriction. So I have no idea what's going on until the doc gives me my next MRI. They're going to find out what's going on. But yeah, if you can make it up here, awesome. If you can't, I understand. Probably not, Lori. But I can't physically do anything about it because my work doesn't like me sitting down doing nothing. Because when I'm doing nothing, that means like they're paying me for doing nothing. But the thing is, I got injured while working for them. While I'm waiting, I am going to break into my vending machine and grab myself some M&Ms. Lost one. Nothing I can do about it, Lori. So I do my best. I go to physical therapy. I do what I can. Hey Jay, how you doing? Welcome to Trivia Night. If anybody's interested, I can start off with some really interesting trivia questions. It's up to you. But I just need somebody to pick a category and we can get started. If not, we'll see what we can do. Hey Jarrett, how you doing, brother? Welcome to Trivia Night. Did you find any good bows that you were looking for? I will let you know. I do have the number of my friend Tom, who lives in Des Moines. He still has all his bow and arrows and stuff that he's got from his shop. He may have something you could buy from him. He does allow you to buy, well, he did when he had his shop anyway, make payments on stuff if you don't have the money right off the bat. So I'm not sure how many left-handed bows he has at 45 pounds, but you can always ask. I can get his phone numbers on Facebook.
Thank you.
Really? Jenny's saying no to M&Ms. Okay, let's see here. If someone's got to choose a thing, I'm going to do a random roll of my dice, and we're going to see which category we start with first. Because I've got 6 categories and hopefully some really good people to answer the questions. Yeah, Jay, she's been collecting stickers from all over the place. Well, like I said, he may be taking payments. He did that with a couple of the bows that I have. My 74-pound longbow. I made he wanted 300 for it, and I got to make payments on it. I don't know if he's still doing that or not, but we can check. Tom's a really good guy, and a really good bow hunter too. And he also has arrows and any other supplies you may need as well. He may even be able to make you some custom arrows. He's made custom arrows for me before. And Ian. Oh, that's cool, Cecilia. Hey, Blake. How you doing, brother? Jenny says hi. Ian's not here right now. He's still with his mom. Um, I am by myself on my panel today, it seems. So it's going to be interesting to see how this turns out. But if anybody's interested in popping up and help me host this, I'd be greatly appreciated. Oh, you catching anything or are you cleaning up? Lake's down in Florida. On the river. Which river? There's like 7 billion rivers down that way. But let me get a dice here, since no one's going to help me figure it out. Got a dice. We're going to figure out which Sawanee River. Okay, I've heard of that one. Never been there. Never been to Florida. Been down to Georgia. Georgia, South Carolina. I've been to South Carolina. Never been to Georgia. Well, then I've got something to show you before we get going too far into the trivia night thing. Last Friday, when we had Ian, we went and picked up Ian. We stopped off at the Goodwill there in Marshalltown. Jenny made a find, by the way. And it's one of the few things I bought. They bought other things, but I bought this. I bought this. And yes, it says it's originally from Walmart for $12.48, but I paid $5.99 for it. And it's brand new in the bag, never been used. I've never used one of these, to be honest, but it does have the instructions on the back. And I think it'd be a good thing for a bug out bag or something like that. That way you can fish without having to actively fish. And it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 24, 25 hooks. So 25 chances to catch fish. I think that's a pretty good deal. If it wasn't so cold, I would say I'd love to go camping, but right now, not so much. Sorry, folks, rubbing my knee. It's been hurting. Let's see here. What do I got? 1, 2, 3. Okay. Is anybody interested in doing history trivia night? If you are, put a 1 in the chat. If not, put a 2, and then we can go from there. Oh, I guess Molly's not feeling up to it. I understand that you're not being Cecilia. So it looks like trivia night might be going bye-bye or what? When you got 2 twos, I mean, see what else other people say. If most of the people here, so that's 3-2 so far. Hey, Scott, how you doing? Okay, talk to you later, brother. That's funny, Cecilia. So mostly twos then. Okay. Hey, hon. Cecilia said, "Here for a good time, not for a long time," is my new motto. I like it. But I get mostly twos. People don't feel like doing trivia night. That's fine, folks. I can cancel the trivia night if you want to. I can just do some real quick editing here and see what I can do. Oh, hold on. Let me see what I can do about changing this one. Just going to just changing that. Just going to do this and to choose that. Then update. And hopefully this works. Let me see. Do a quick reload. Okay. Yep. There is no trivia night tonight. It's just in your imagination. Hey, Scott, look what Jenny found at the Goodwill. I think this would be good for a bug out bag. What do you guys think? That way you're not actively having to fish all the time. As long as you can keep track of this and no one else finds it, mind you, and you get this thing out there, you got 25 chances to catch fish. So there's that. So I'm going to end the banner. Let's go with this. Let's go with that one. Hey, Heath, how you doing, brother? Thank you for coming. Well, we were going to be doing trivia night, but things kind of went, that's okay. Loved your latest video on TikTok, by the way. Oh. Can anybody guess what this is? So I'm just going to see what people say when they see what this bag is full is right here. Kind of looks like a Brillo pad, doesn't it? Kind of sounds like a Brillo pad too. But it's not a Brillo pad. That's your guess. I want to hear you guess. It is a fire starter. You're partially right, Lori. So this is what is it kind of trivia night. So what is it? Can anybody guess? Lori's in the right direction, but she has not named it. I'll hold it up a little bit more so you can see it. I'll even go slow. I'll turn it. It's in the Ziploc bag, as you can see. You're getting closer. So you should know this if you use the suggestion, the what Lori said. Put two and two together. You got it. There you go, Lori. You got it. Yep, these are magnesium shavings. Just don't drop this stuff in acid. This thing goes, But this is good fire starting right there. Yeah, it's quite a big bag actually. But this stuff, a little bit of this goes a long way. Now, I'm not breaking out my full kit, which is like over there, but yeah. But between this and the new fishing kit, there's two items right there for survival, right there. Thank you. I don't know anything about using a trout line, whatever you want to call it. It is a Walmart brand made one. It tells you how to do it on the back. It's going to be definitely an experience getting this thing to work. So it actually tells you how to do it right there. Easy to use. It comes with the hooks. Only thing you need to do once you put it together is put the bait on, attach it to something stable, and toss it in the water, I guess. So you have a chance while you're doing other things to catch fish. Now, is it for big fish, small fish? I don't know. Fairly large hook, so I'm assuming you could use it for any kind of fish. And hopefully you don't catch all 25 things, but there you go. So you'll have right here, you'll have fire, you got food. This is just fun for me. That kind of thing. So by reaching over here, what do I got? I got some other stuff. I don't know. Oh yeah. This one is for those people who really, really know me. Can you guess what this is? If Blake's watching, I'm sure he knows. But see how many people else knows what this is. As you can see, it's been well used. I use it for a particular purpose, but see how many people get it. Oh, by the way, Ian really wants that cannon there, Scott. Man, I need to work on that. It is rosin of some kind, yes. What's it for? There's my trade knife, 1960s trade knife. So far, I've got everything but fire starting itself. Those sparks. The only problem with this particular knife is that the sheath is right-handed, not left-handed. I need to figure out if there is a way for me to switch it around. There is not. Well, there is, but I'd have to unstitch it from one side and stitch it across the other side. No, I'm not starting any fires. I don't have anything to do fires on anyway. No sparks. But, I got my knife here. The sheath kind of lacks some things. And me being able to bend over because I can't really bend my knee too well. There's that. Adapt what? Hey, Mandy. Hey, Booster. Glad you can make it. We were going to be doing trivia night, but things kind of went, That needs some work. Not everybody was into it. Marlene and Jason can't come up because they have internet issues. Don't have a co-host. Kind of hard to, have a chance to actually answer questions since I don't have the, deal. But I would love to do. Nope, it's actually a file in my knife. Doing some more sharpening. If I had enough people who was interested, then I would say sure. Really bad feather sticking with a match. Oh, I'm sorry, Molly. It's okay. You do not have to play if you don't want to. Hey, Rob, how you doing, brother? Glad you can make it. That's nothing wrong with that, Cecilia. Oh, I'm not sure if you've seen this one, Rob. Nice little trade knife. Molly, just get yourself better. That's all that matters. Okay? I'm gonna put this one up here. You this is my version of a trivia game. This is good. More survival, more archery related stuff. So you know what this is. It may be tougher for some people, not from the United States, but you never know. Cecilia was closest with some kind of rosin. Yeah, I understand about having Advils. I got a big bottle of ibuprofen, which I should be taking for my knee, which I haven't done yet. Either that or I break out the hydrocodone, and I really don't want to do that. Nope, not for my bowstrings. I have beeswax for that. I can break. That's what I can do. Okay, give me a moment. I've broken out my go bag so many times. Now it's time to break out my archery stuff, which I haven't done in a while. So you get to help me by figuring out some good gear for yourself, but you don't know where you get a chance to use, which is really cool. For those people who do archery, it's good for both survival or basic hunting skills or just for fun. Give me a moment here. Oh, come on. This was what I would use for my bowstrings. This is called Tex-Tite. This is bowstring wax. As you can see right there. This is wax on here, folks. Lid comes off just like that. Here's my bowstring wax. And this right here, little adapter part, which is really cool, allows it to slide down where you can slide it on your bowstrings. I don't have a bow handy right now to wax any strings, but this is what I would use. You're close, Rob. Not quite. It is not for it is for arrow shafts, but it's not for fletching. This is what I would use for fletching. This is Fletch-Tite. Right there. Sorry, it's a little wonky. Let's see if I can get it where you can actually see the word. Fletch-Tite. This is what I use on for my fletchings. I don't make arrows yet. I don't have a Fletcher yet. Oh, that's interesting. Why is that in there? That is double interesting because... Oh, okay, that's separate. Okay. Just found something I just never put in there. Be well. Condolences about your pup. And I hope to talk to you later, brother. No. I will give you a hint. My hint is this. This is a field point. No sharp ends to it. This is a 125 grain, 11/32 sized field point. That's your hint. I do carry multiple of these, just to let you know. Let's see what's another good one to give you an idea about. Not only can I use them on the field point, I could use them on the broadhead, or I could use it on my where's that? My short bodkin point. I could use it on those. No, Rob. You're getting closer, but not yet. I could even, if I wanted to, which I won't, put them on this thing. Those who are history buffs should know what this one is. I'm not sure if I can even get these to stand up. Okay, I'm going to break it to you. This right here is using to attach arrowheads to arrows. Okay, this is not your standard arrow. This is aluminum, mind you. But it would go over the top of your arrow like that, and you'd glue it to your arrow. This is just aluminum. This is not my normal shafts I would use. I usually use wooden arrows, but you attach it to like that. But I also, like I said, I've got several different types. That's just one. Here's the broadhead. It barely fits in there like that. Yep, attaching arrowheads. The bodkin, same thing. And last but not least, the first one we talked about is the field point. Just fit right over the top like that. This, like I said, this is just a simple aluminum arrow. I don't normally use these. This just happened to be the one I have next to me. But you'd heat this up on the point, go around the point where you, after you had used your, give me a second, tapering tool. There's this tapering tool, as you can see, has got two different types. You see the long one here, right here, and the short one on this side, right there. This one right here would be the knock end, which you attach nocks with. And this one here is the one that you use for the tapering of the points, for your field points or your broadheads. Now, there are other types of heads you could use. Like this one here is a plastic veined metal vein thing. It can be used as a pencil sharpener, Molly, but it's mainly for when you make your arrows. Give me a second here. I think I have a broken one over here somewhere I could use as an example. Okay. This one broke the other day. So, as you can see, this one's got a hex-sided blunt for hunting rabbits and small game. And you would take this right here and fit it in the long end of this. And also, by the way, you can also use this for helping you start fires, because if you can use any broken arrows or anything like that, you just turn it like you would a normal pencil sharpener. If you got enough hand strength, this one's just really small. You can see it starts to taper it and stuff like that. This is the cheap end version, which you can get yourself some shavings for you can use for fire starting. And you just take your point, whatever one you were using at the time, attach it to that, and then there you go. Night, Mandy. I'll do my best. But you can use it for the other end, which is the short one, which you could use it for tapering it for your knocking points. As my wife will attest, I have knocks all over the house. And your knocks, once your knocking points would be look like that. You put your glue on knocks. Where am I? Like these. I usually get my knocks at stores that end up selling them for really cheap, especially right after hunting season. You can get them by the dozens for like 25 cents a piece for a dozen. So these are non-index knocks, which fit right over there. That's why I would use this kind of glue, this Fletch Tight for those. Good night, Cecilia. Thank you for coming. Hey, look, folks, a very tiny arrow. So, yes, this is like the world's tiniest little deal here. But it does serve a purpose because you can see there's a little inside. There's a little chamber in there which you'd add your glue. What some people do though, they take some sandpaper. This one here is just I can't remember what grit this one is. It's really fine grit. Some sandpaper, and they just score it a little bit before they put their glue on, which will give the surface a little bit more surface area for the glue to attach to and or adhere to, where you can do your thing. I would normally use like a heat gun or a blowtorch, which I have in my kit to help adhere these. If anybody's got any history or knowledge, they should know about these right here. This is a factory made one, by the way, folks. This is a custom made one. This one here would be used like for a really, really heavy, it's probably a ballista shaft or something like that one. So look how thick that is. I mean, that encompasses the big one, my big shaft. You mean it encompasses the shaft that I normally use for my 75-pound bow. But this one here would probably be used for a quarrel for a ballista or crossbow, heavy duty crossbow. This was the first attempt for the person who made this one. This thing weighs like 4 or 5 times what I normally wear. Shoot. Nice, Scott. I'll be here. I'm not going anywhere. Okay. Let's see what else do I got here. Now, I have several different types of botkins. Like I was showing you the first one. I've shown you 2 other types before. This is another type. Custom made, as you can see. Tips fairly good on this one. And then there's this one here. This one here would fit most general shabs. But that's probably going to be a 2364 shaft. So a much bigger heavy duty shaft than what I usually carry. Though when I do upgrade my arrows, it's cool going to be doing those. Let's see here. What else do I got here? Anybody have any questions about traditional archery equipment or anything like that? Because it's more than just the bows and the arrows themselves. It's the extra gear that goes with it. Like the way I sharpen my blades for my broadheads, such as this one here. I use this here. Now, I would normally have a table set out for this, and I would take my deal, and there's several holes in here. Those dictate the angles of your thing, and just run it down like that. You change it the angle a little bit by finding which hole you put them in. Just swap it around backwards. That way you just keep the same angle. So I'm going to stab myself. But this way, this keeps the angle of your broadhead equal all the way down. You can use it for knives, Rob. I have never used, because my knives are a little bit different. I don't keep a knife in my kit. I should, but I don't. But I do have this one here. I could use it with this one, but I don't have the table space right here because all I'm using is a simple dinner tray, little folding dinner tray to hold my computer on. I eventually am going to be getting a setup for my gear, but that's going to be down the road. We need to work on getting the back, our kitchen nook area, and our basement done before I can actually have room to work. But this is, like I said, this is what I use for sharpening my broadheads. Make sure that they're plenty sharp for hunting season, because you don't want to go into hunting season with a dull broadhead. That way you will lack the penetrating power you need in order to take care of the game without, injuring it. You want to take the game out, not just injure it. Can this be tedious? You better believe it. But sometimes you can do it that way. I have used a regular file. Exactly, Rob. But like I said, it's better if you have a table to work on. I don't have one at the moment, but I will. I mean, I do have several different types of broadheads that I use for this purpose, and quite a few different types of broadheads, sharpeners, that kind of thing. Now, if I was going to sharpen my knife, I mean, I could use one of these. I have a couple others throughout the house and stuff. Ian's got the most sharpening stuff of all, but just something like this. You can do the same thing with the broadheads, but it's a lot harder. This is a ceramic sharpener, something simple. Am I an expert at sharpening things? No, not by a long shot. But I can get them sharp enough where I could shave my hair off my arms, but I'm not to that point yet. Yeah, that one sharpener I showed you would probably not be good for this. Okay, let's see what else I got down here. Okay. I was telling you about the bowstrings. This is one of my bowstrings that I got right here. As you can see, nice little black and red one. not one I made. I got one of mine somewhere over here to my right. Just can't remember where I put it. Yep, that works too. Now, can anybody tell me what this is? I'm purposely not getting you close because you'd give it away if you could read it. Actually, I don't have anything to stop my arrowheads from rusting except a lot of sandpaper, a lot of elbow grease, and yeah, because I've got a few. Let's see here. Well, this is one of the few. This one here, this broadhead's probably older than I am, but I take care of it and reuse it as much as I can, as long as I don't lose it when I shoot. Okay, this one here might be. This is this is going to be a challenge one for people here, I think. Can anybody tell me what the doohickey? This right here is for tightening broadheads on your aluminum arrows. Well, actually, I'm not sure if this one has any threads in it. I can try using this one as an example. Let me double check. Where is it? I have several here. Oh, there. I don't know if these will work fitting here, but I can give it a shot. Okay, this is the aluminum arrow with a fill point on it. What I would do if this was a well, actually, I have some shabs. Those right here. Okay, this is what I normally use with a. This is my broadhead base, and this would fit on here. And I would put this over the blades and turn it to tighten it without having to touch the blade. You can also untighten it. It's called a broadhead wrench. This one is technically called the Thunderhead wrench. Let's see if I can get this thing to show up right there. I'm not sure if it says anything else closer than that, but and it even got a little caution thing about careful, blades are extremely sharp. But I can make several more of these type of broadheads. Right now, it makes a really good bodkin point without the broadheads, without the blades on it. But I can make up like 2 or 3 more of these really easy. Now, I can't make anything for this particular arrow here because this is a little kid's shaft. One of those cheapy Walmart Thunder Expresses you can get for like a couple bucks. I wish I could put some really good arrow tips on here, but most of mine are too small unless I picked up maybe some 5/16 arrow tips, which I do not have because I don't usually shoot that small. I don't think I have anything that small. No, I don't. At least I don't think I do. Is that one? What's that one? That actually might work. I think this is a 5/16. Yeah, I do have a 5/16 right there. Okay, second here, folks. So, yeah, there's a big difference between this one here and this one here. It may not seem right off the bat that they're different, but the difference is that's a 5/16. That's a 11/32. Now, a 23/64 is even bigger. I don't own anything that big, but if I went in a pinch, if I needed to, I could adhere this field point to this right here. This is a fiberglass shaft, or I think I'm not sure if this. Yeah, I think it's fiberglass. Double check because I can't read the fine print. It says it's carbon, but it's made in China. Who knows? Is anybody still there? So let me know. Okay. I can understand that, Deb. We're not doing trivia night tonight, unfortunately. So I'm just going over some archery stuff. So that's what I got. Are you coming to, let's see, I'm not sure if the Crown Tournament is coming to Des Moines or not next month. I'm not sure if you're going to be coming to that or not. But that's something most people here wouldn't understand, except you and I, obviously. Maybe Jason. Let's see, what else do I got here? More stuff to show off. Okay. I am going to show you guys something that seems like it's unrelated, but it is not. What is this for? Normally, I would not use one this big. I would use something a little smaller, but I would actually use a 9mm over a 45. But what would I use this for? What would I use it for, Molly? I think Ian might have some 9mm casings that might work, but what is it for? Okay. I was hoping maybe you would have come to the tournament. I heard about it was coming to Des Moines, so. Be well, Deb. Talk to you later. So besides Molly knowing, that it's a bullet casing technically. What is this used for? I may have to raid Ian's stash to see if he's got some smaller ones, but what would I use this for? Let me go check real quick, but think on that. What is this used for? It could be, Wyatt, it could be, but not quite. Oh, yes, Molly. It is a blunt, but I would not use a 45. It's a little big. I would probably use a 9mm. It's a little smaller. That way it'd fit on my shafts a little better. But these were used for a long time for makeshift blunts. I mean, yes, I have. Give me a second here, folks. My thing is good. I prefer this style blunt or a judo point or some other ones that I have, even my rubber blunts. But these are my favorite style of hex blunts. It can be used as a target round, but I would rather use it for hunting, small game. Let's see what else I got down in here. I have so much more to go. Yeah, why not? Hey, CR, how you doing, brother? Thanks for coming. Okay. Got another archery tool to show you. You guys got to tell me what it is and what it's used for. Right here. I will let you know I actually use some of this for my necklace. I carry my Jasper with me wherever I go. But what is this and what is it used for? Getting close. Not quite. Yes. You're exactly right. Reserving the string. It's a string server. This is serving string right here. This is what's used to serve this portion of most bowstrings, but some of them have been served, near the loops at the top and the bottom of bows to help reinforce the loops of the arrows for traditional bows. They're not used so much for more modern compounds because they have more cables and stuff. But yeah, you could serve around this portion right here to help reinforce it. Yep. Now that actually was going to be my next one. Would be these right here. And Wyatt, you do have a little bit of an advantage, so please let some of the older folks win something here. So you know what these are. I do not have an archery bow square because I don't like them, but that's a personal preference. But yeah, these are some, the bowstring. I didn't make this particular bowstring, but I do have other bowstrings I have made, and I'm in the process of making one for Blake. Yep, they're crimpers, but they're what do they crimp, Molly? Oh yes, I know you know that one. This is what it crimps right here. This is the knock. This is where your arrow would go above or below, depending on which style you use. Either you do one above, two below, 3-finger draw, or 3 fingers under, depending on who you are and what you're shooting. Let's see, what else do I got here? This is more for bow hunting, but yeah. Oh yeah. This one here is a fun one. Okay, what's this? And no, it's not a string silencer. I don't have any of those on this particular bowstring, but I do have them on a bowstring somewhere over here. Wait, actually, I have them on this bowstring. I have some string silencers on here, but that's a different bowstring. This is not steel wool. Now, you want something that looks like steel wool there, Wyatt? That's this right here. You have to figure that one out. Lori already knows. Molly probably already knows, but you can answer what that is. That's pretty cool. There's a trivia question for you. It is not a small rabbit's foot, but it does look like rabbit's fur, but it's not. If I had a bow here, it would be a lot easier. I'm not going to go in there and grab one of my bows. What do you guys think? What do you think? AMC, you got that 100%. And thank you for coming. I really appreciate it. Most people wouldn't know. Most people don't know that one. That was a pretty good one. Give me a second, folks. I'm doing care. I am a traditional bow hunter. I do use some small firearms, but nothing major because I'm not the best at it. But archery, I can do. I'm just going through some of the gear that I have. Then you should know this one. This one here is a piece of deer antler, as you can see, and a piece of cord. You're most welcome. What's this? This is about maybe 1.5 feet long, maybe a little longer. Oh, way to go, Wyatt. And just let you know, this one has been gnawed on by some squirrels before it got found. This was a find, so most people, yeah, Wyatt is bringing his A game. But this is a good one for when you don't have a hunting vest, when you're normally bow hunting for small game, you carry one of these. You run these through the back hamstrings of your rabbit or your squirrel and run this through your belt, over the top of your belt or your belt loop to hang your game at your side. That way you're not having to hold on to it or anything like that. So that's if you don't have. I understand, AMC. Me too. Please call me Colin if you would, please. I greatly appreciate it. Yeah, this is one of my favorite deals. Now I know some people who shoot who use just their fingers. I know people who use triggers, and I know some people who use thumb rings. I don't have any thumb rings on me right now, but I do use a shooting glove. This one's not particularly mine. This one's my boys. Because this one here is a little small for me. Because I got really freaking thick fingers. But I prefer shooting with a glove over a trigger or anything else. So, yes, so am I, Wyatt. For a very, very, very long time. Longer than you've been alive. Probably almost 5 times. Let's see here. Just trying to find something really cool that you guys, most people don't usually know. Okay, reach in here. What do I got? What have I got? Mm-hmm. Oh, that's a broken one. Can't use that one. Please forgive me here, folks. I'm just trying to find something really cool that you guys probably haven't seen. Okay, here we go. This one's a little old school for some folks. Even probably way before even Wyatt's ever seen one of these. I've never used the no gloves before. I have seen them used. If I was teaching someone who was just starting out, I'd probably use one of those. But I don't like the feel of them because I like to being able to feel the string, which is why I use a shooting glove generally. This is not my personal one, by the way. Like I said, this is my boy's. He's got much skinnier fingers than I do. But when I won the Iowa Games Barebow Championship back in 2019, I was using a 55-pound takedown recurve and from Samick and just a simple field points on my thing, but shooting at 40, 50, and 60 yards. You want to see my brace? Okay. Give me a moment. I will pull out a brace. I have several braces throughout the house. I just got to remember where one is that is not mine. I know where my personal one is. I will bring that out. That one is not a common size, by the way, or a common shape, because I had this one custom fit for me. Because I couldn't find one that would fit my forearms. Nope, that's somebody else. Max, stop it. Okay. Like I said, my bracer is a little different than most because I have what I consider really thick forearms. This is my brace. Yes, it's a little flat right now. And it doesn't look like it'll fit my arm. And I have it where I can tighten it from the back going to the top. Now, this is on my left arm, not my right, where I usually keep it, because I'm left-handed. But I like being able to just reach up and just pull my strings without having to worry about needing somebody to help me tighten it down. But there you go. That's what I use. Just a little bit. But if I'm in a hurry, I can just pull it tight, tuck it in. I'm ready to go. I was planning on making a Mark II version of this one, that goes up over my thumb because I need to get a bow glove because I end up, I'm not sure if you guys can see this on my arm, my hand here. I've got scars, lots of scars from the fletching where it cuts my hand. It cuts my hand on a regular basis, actually. So the fletching, because I use real feathers over veins. I mean, veins are nice for those people who like them, but they get, if you get them compressed or something like that and they held that way for so long time, they're very hard to unbend to get to a fixed position. That's why I like feathers. You just wet them down, they're good to go. Yes, Mac, what is it? Okay. Oh, I'm gonna pull something good here. AMC, I like 5-inch shield cuts. The difference is I prefer 4-fletched over 3-fletched. But here we go. For those people who understand what it is. This is a heavy duty version, but I use a heavy duty bow. I yes, CR, it does match my green arrow mask, as you can see. This is, well, at least it does on top anyway. But I wore this a lot, so that's why this is a little needs to be stained. But there's my green arrow mask, just because you wanted to see it. It goes where the stabilizer is. Yes. Yep. I've been trying to find a left-handed bow fishing reel forever, Wyatt, because my gear is specialized, which means it is not cheap at all. I've been trying to for years to get all my gear together. I'm still shy the arrow. I got to get my arrows, and I got to get I figured out a way to finally seat my bow fishing reel properly so that it won't be cockeyed, which I showed some of the people when we were at the gathering. When I first attached it, it was a little canted just a little bit. So I watched the video and I figured out how to make sure it's straight up and down. Just need a little nut to go on the end of that to get it to seat properly. Now, AMC, what type of bow do you use and what's your poundage? I've been shooting, I'm a lefty, natural born, Wyatt, so my gear is not cheap. Let's see here. What do I? Oh, here we go. That's true. I have a Black Widow reflex deflex longbow, 74 pounds at 28 inches. Oh, that's cool, AMC. Glad that you're one of us. The person who was in here earlier, his name is Jarrett. He goes by. Give me a second here. We got to scroll back up real quick. My memory sucks right now. ST Frontier. I'm looking up a name, so bear with me, folks. I should go ahead and cheat because it'd be a lot easier. I believe it was Kansas Trapper, whatever. Is my friend Jarrett from we both work Renaissance fairs together. Okay, I actually I mean, while I have some mechanicals, at least one anyway, I am a firm believer in Zwicky broadheads. I really really love them. I do have one that I think you might appreciate. Check this one out. Okay, Wyatt, what style of broadhead is this? Well, I will explain that after you tell me what style of one is one. It's a fixed blade, yes. That's the style, but what kind is it? Yeah, it is forged, yes. It's still there's a name for it. I do a little bit more of the medieval style, bow hunting style. So there is a name. It was not recently forged. This one is probably about 6 to 10 years old. I have not found a decent arrow to put it on yet, but I am going to be sending this one down to Blake, and he's going to fix it for an arrow for me. But there you go. Nope. Though any broadhead could do that, technically. Okay. The answer is it's a leaf head broadhead. Leaf, because of the leaf shape. And you can see it's fairly. No, armor piercing, I have those. That are my botkins, which are like these. There's a botkin there. And I've got another one here. This one here would be more like for a ballista because it's really heavy duty. But I also have, let me remove some of my stuff here off my, here's another one. Let's see, where's that other one that I have? I have several sitting on my, oh, I dropped it, right, I forgot. Right there. Give me a second, folks. I accidentally put something on one of my keys and it started typing on its own. But yeah, this is a short bodkin, long bodkin, another short bodkin. This is machine forged. This is hand forged. I'm from Iowa. Thank you, CR. Really appreciate it. I mainly shoot. I shoot both longbow and recurve. My favorite takedown is a Samick Sage. Yes, people call it an entry level takedown bow, but I think it's a good everyman takedown bow because if it's affordable and you can still do what you need to do with it, it's all that matters. But does anybody know what this is? That's cool. I actually have several friends in Ohio. I have my friend Evan, who works at a cheese barn there, somewhere in there. I don't know where exactly. Um, nice kid, really smart. Um, but what kind of saw is it, CR? Given the main topic of what I'm doing here, here we go. What is it for? I've been running an archery range at Renaissance Fairs for over 20 years, AMC. I am the owner operator of the Legends of Sherwood Archery Range. Exactly, AMC. Exactly. Yep. Yes, CR, you were right. I make bowstrings. I make. I repair arrows. I have not actually made an arrow from scratch. I do not own a proper Fletcher that I would be comfortable in making arrows with. Um, I used to own one years ago, a Jojan, but that was years ago. Don't own any one right now. Yep, exactly. Yeah, it's mainly for cutting arrows and length. That's why in every kit that I have, I carry two things. I carry one of these. This helps me get someone's draw length. But I also carry one of these as well. Yep. You got to make sure your arrows are the right length, the right make also make sure that your fletching's down the right length from the nock, and a few other things. Okay. Here we go. That's the only way you think you can do, AMC, is always learn. The people who know me know what this is. Yep, you know how it was used, Wyatt. How would you affix this to an arrow? Wood cloth, oilcloth, um, wax, elk product. No. How? Okay, here's a good question. How would you affix this to an arrow? A marble holder. Jason, nice try. I don't think a marble would fit. I mean, I don't know. I can't even get a dice to fit in there. Maybe a four-sider. So, how would you affix this to your arrow? I have reasons. Same thing goes for the bodkins. They are fixed the same way. No glue. No glue was used at all when affixing these. Like I say, here's the point. You put it on there, and that's it. No tar either. They would jam it on, maybe using wax to help keep it in place, but that would melt once this heated up. What this does, because this point is sharp, it stick into whatever surface you have, wood surface, whatever, and then someone tries to pull it out, that would cause the shaft to pop off. Same thing goes with the bodkins. Same way. Just pop off when you try to pull it out, and it sticks in. Pretty much, Jason. Pretty much. But like I said, I'm a firm believer in my shooting gloves over. I don't like finger tabs. I can't get a rate of fire with a finger tab. But I do like my bracer. It's nice and thick. With the draw weight eye pull, I need them. But I'm going to be setting this particular leaf shape broadhead down to Blake, and he's going to fix it to an arrow for me and send it back. You can use pine pitch, which is basically the same as these. Rosin. But you wouldn't need to. But the whole point of attaching these using, say, simple wax, something to hold it in place temporarily. Because as soon as it goes in and someone tries to pull the shaft out, it stays.
Hey, no.
Try using either a shooting glove or a shooting tab. Shooting tabs might work better for you, Wyatt. Are you still competing, Wyatt? I'm not sure if you are or not. Having pine pitch in your gear is not a bad thing. I carry. Give me a second here. I also carry beeswax with me too, not just my regular wax. Yep. Also, make sure in your kit you carry some sandpaper. The sandpaper is to help you adhere your tips to your arrows if you use wood arrows. Because once you use your tapering tool and get it going here. Give me a second here. Then I can start putting on either my broadheads or my field points or whatever I use onto here. Or in this case, if I'm using a bodkin point, like right there. So like that. That's perfectly fine. Jason, it's okay. we're not doing trivia night, as you can see. So I decided to do a little archery, deal. But like I said, AFC, this is my favorite type of broadhead, even though I have several. I've got judo points. I have some rubber blunts, but I have these. Now, I was saying earlier, with these right here, if you use 9mm over 45s, mind you, they make really good serviceable points for blunts for bow hunting. When you don't have a blunt, you could use a 9mm. It does wonders. Yeah, don't do that, Wyatt. That'd be bad. Oh wow! I've seen some of the starter videos that you've done there, Jason. So good luck with that. I don't edit very well, so yeah, that's why I do a lot of lives. What? Okay, before you leave AMC, first of all, what's your name and what's for supper? I was just curious. And I'm glad you came in, AMC. You're welcome back anytime. Sorry, folks. I'm just making sure I got all my stuff back in my kit before I don't lose anything. Mac, get out of my kit. You don't need to be in there. I'm probably going to be cutting this short about 9 o'clock anyway, because I'm still. We just had daylight savings time, and we're still not adjusted yet. And my knee is freaking killing me already, and I haven't been doing much. By the way, this is another style of tapering tool. You saw the one. This is still the same style, but this one here is by Three Rivers Archery. As you can see, like this is the one for the top one is for Knox, and the bottom one over here is for the bigger one is for the points. This one's a 5/16, I believe. I'd have to double check. I don't have one of those ready available right now, but I will do that later. So if anybody has any questions about archery equipment, either gear you maintain your gear with or stuff like that, let me know. I'll do my best to answer my as best my knowledge will allow me to. Um, where to purchase your stuff, I can help you with that. Um, I find it very enjoyable helping people get involved in archery. Ow, 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 ow. Sorry, folks, I'm getting a little bit of heartburn. Any questions? If you have a question, feel free to ask. I'll do my best. Like I said, I'll do my best to answer any questions you may have. I have knowledge on most traditional bow systems. No horse bows, though. I don't own one of those yet. I've only shot them rarely. No thumb rings, though I have been considering. Excuse me. Sorry, tired. It works just like a pencil sharpener CR, and that's the bare bones basic version of a tapering tool. That's what it's called, a tapering tool. You can get. There's more mechanical ones that give you a little bit more precise shavings. It's more like a grinding style that grinds the angle you need for your broadheads or your nocks. It just basically sits in your shaft sits in it. It spins at a really high rate of speed, and then you just grinds your tips to the angle you need. But this one here is what on the go. You just put in there like a pencil sharpener, and also you could use it for getting shavings for starting fires. So it does serve a dual purpose. So if you need to have a fire and you're short on tinder, get yourself a twig or a small branch that'll fit in there and just start cranking it, and you'll have the shavings you need in order to get your fire going. Now, my fire starting method is different than most because I like using flint and steel. Now, do I have lighters? Yes. I understand that. So a lot of people do. But like I said, it does work for if you in a pinch, if you need something to help make you tinder for a tinder bundle or whatever you're using to start your fires, then that's, you need to do what you can. I mean, yes, you may have magnesium. Yes, that's what it is, folks. This is magnesium. But you may not always have it. So run a broken arrow through one of your taping tools for a little bit. You can get yourself a palm-sized thing of shavings, especially cedar. It burns really well. Unless you can find a birch. Then you can find a birch branch. It does really well. Yes, definitely multi-purpose. It's always good to have an item that does more than just one thing. Yep. This is magnesium, folks. Really good fire starter. Really freaking light. I usually carry a magnesium bar fire starter with me wherever I go. This is just extra stuff I just happen to have over here. But like I said, I usually carry damn it, I'm going to have to bring that out. Oh, give me a second, folks. My knee is not the best right now, so I'm doing the best I can. what I normally use is right here. This is a Hudson Bay tobacco tin, which I got from Grace Martin for my birthday as a present. And I'm grateful for her doing that every single day. This tin is my what I usually use for starting fires. Now, do I carry extra stuff in here? You better believe it, because you never know what you're going to need. But my basic stuff I use is my flint and steel. It's my steel, and there's my flint. So that's my favorite steel because it fits all four of my fingers. And this is multi-purpose. This can be three things, maybe more. With a right pin, you could use it as a blanket pin to hold a blanket around your shoulder to keep yourself warm. Works really good with wool. For protection, if you need to, fight somebody, I would not put it on my right hand, mind you. Since I'm left-handed, I do that putting it on my left. And also, let's see what else you could use it for. Starting fires. There's three things right there. But in this kit, I also carry a cordage card that I got from Cliff. I'm still trying to figure out what all these things are, so bear with me, folks. But this is one of the Grim cards I got from Cliff. I'm assuming this is a cordage maker, so I'm not sure exactly how that works. But the deal here, I usually... Dang, this has been a while since I've opened this. Is a magnifying glass, which works great for starting fires. I can't start a fire from my overhead lamp, but that's just one of the ways you can start fires right there. You can use it as a toggle. Hunting, give me a second, Rob, let me check. Well, officially, rabbit season's already started. Deer season started. Archery started at the 1st of October, early split. The second split archery season starts December 10th through the January 10th. Right now, we are in. Where are we? Don't really have anything in November other than late muzzle. No, we're in late archery season right now. And so with my knee being down, I can't. Hey, South. Sorry, Big Doug. Yeah. Doug. Yeah, that's a plastic bottle cordage maker. I think I'd have to do some research. I think it's also for making it's a big cordage maker. I'm not exactly sure if it's plastic or not. I do have one of those, but it's in here, I think, somewhere. This is my regular fire kit that I carry with me. That's my primary one. This is my secondary one. And my secondary one, I have regular cordage in here, so as well as matches of various kinds. Now, for a blanket pin, I would use this one. I carry that one. I do have a regular blanket pin that I normally carry, but that's just one of my backups. It can be used as a diver pin if you really need it to, Molly. They are really good for pretty much everything. If you have a wool blanket, it turns it into a cloak really easily. But one thing you didn't see in my tobacco tin you didn't see was this. I always carry a very small ferro rod, not so thick. It's a thick one. It's about a half inch. I got this from Cliff, but I carry both of these in here because you never know when you're going to need it. And I normally carry char cloth in here and some extra fire starting materials as well. But like I said, I've got magnesium if I need it. Yeah, this is part of my EDC. A lot of the gear you see here is what I carry every day. I do have. Let's see, where is it? What do I do with it? Wait a second, I just found some more stuff I forgot to put back in my kit, my archery kit. I do not carry my archery kits with me on a regular basis. I keep it at home. It's because it's my repair kit. My knee is freaking killing me right now because I shouldn't be bending it like this. But I carry this kit and all this with my bag everywhere I go. I do have another knife I carry with me on a regular, but it's in my van right now. But my boys is right there. It's a Light My Fire Mora with the built-in ferro rod. Oh man! Another thing I generally carry with my kits is one of these. It serves a dual purpose. This one right here is mostly I use for stitching up leather, but in a pinch, you can use it to sew up wounds as well. Okay, you're going to have to clarify, Doug. I'm not familiar. Okay, no, I'll have to look that up, aren't I? Oh, okay. Be well. Thank you for coming. Be well, CR. Catch you later, brother. I don't carry. Now, do I have a bow with me wherever I go? Yes, I do. I have some takedown bows that most people wouldn't consider. I'm not going to go out and get them right now, but I do have a takedown longbow that I carry with me. in any vehicle that I'm in. I carry an Atmos Survival Longbow, 55 pounds, that packs down into a kit this big. And I carry it in my vehicles wherever I go. I can go get it if you want to see it. So if you would like to see my survival longbow, let me know. I will go get it. So put a 1 in the chat if you want to see it, 2 if you don't. Because I saved up for years for this one, and I finally got one. Because left-handed bows are hard to come by. I could probably do that, Rob. It's going to be a little bit, maybe this Sunday. I could do my Sunday archery live, which would be your Monday. So I'm not sure how that would work. I think it would be your Monday. I know you're ahead of me. I'm not sure. I've got approximately. I'll show you my bare bones basic ones, not all my bows. But I will go get the survival bow. I'll be right back, folks, because I have to go outside. Oh, ow. My knee is not happy right now, folks. Hon, it's 9 o'clock.
Yeah, I'm getting ready to go.
I'll be right back.
You just on patient feedback.
Huh?
Oh, not being a patient.
Why is that?
You went outside without him.
Okay, folks. This is my bow. It doesn't look like a bow, does it? Now, the case didn't originally come with this. I found the case separately, but it seemed to work with my bow really, really well. I'm not going to restring it. That was me closing the door.
Because it's not summer anymore.
Yes, as Jenny said, it's not summer anymore. I'm not going to put the string on this one, folks, because there's no need. But this is what I carry. It's got an anodized aluminum riser, which can fit all the accoutrements of a regular bow. It's got, for that I can attachment for. I can either use it as a balance, or I could use it for my bow fishing setup. It's even got the places for sights if you wanted to do that, or you can use it attached to an arrow rest. But I shoot off the shelf, so I don't use it. This is weather resistant. I could leave this out in the weather and it would not damage anything other than maybe rust out the bolts a little bit. I can replace the bolts. The limbs are, like I said, solid fiberglass. It is a fairly sturdy bow, and it is, as you can see, it's made from Atmos, which is the survival archery systems. I had to get a specialized left-handed bow. This one cost me about $400, $450. But that's what I use. I carry this everywhere I go. Now, the kit, I believe, the bag was an Army issue something, because I found this at a secondhand store somewhere, and it has a leather divider, and I keep the bowstring in one side. There's the bowstring, and I carry the Allen wrench to put it together. Now, my ideal would be not to need the Allen wrench at all and put in hand tight bolts on either end. That way I would never have to worry about it again. And if I wouldn't have to worry about losing the Allen wrench. I do carry a spare Allen wrench with me wherever I go as a backup. But this thing probably weighs 3 or 4 pounds because of the anodized aluminum. But the grip is really good. It fits my hand really well. Bo Derek. Would you say that's a 10 then, Rob? This is a 10? But yeah, it's really stiff, 55-pound draw. I just basically do a piece of felt right there and a piece of rubber there. Piece of plastic right there. So, yeah, this is what I carry. This fits in my backpack too. And 9 times out of 10, Doug, they're not going to touch this because they can't use it. And they're not, most likely not going to know what it is in here because it's not part of, everything else. But this here fits my bow fishing setup as well as my because it just screws on here. So I can use this to gather game, protect myself. Okay, as you can see right now, it's kind of cockeyed. I have to put in a nut right there to help balance it out. But that's part of my kit that I have to work on still. But this way I can go use it for bow fishing. I could use it for hunting, defense if I need to. Rather not, but yeah. So what do you think of my 2A? the There we go. I need to replace the cordage with some proper braid that'll fit for a bow fishing reel. So yeah. But my ammo's reusable. And you won't hear it coming. Rolled up newspaper. That's probably all you can have there, Rob. Let me see here. There is takedown ammo for this. You can get arrows that break down to half the size. You can come in 2 pieces, that kind of thing. I don't have any of that at the moment. Not because I can't afford it. It's just the fact is that I like my wood arrows over anything else. Like I said, I'd rather get some limb bolts for like I use for my Samick Sage. That way, when I put my stuff away, I can, this is all I carry right here. This will fit in my backpack. It'll fit in my day pack. No one will think twice about it. It just fits in here. It ties up. A 2A carry will always look like a 2A carry. Just to let you know. Oh, then you probably would use a shillelagh, Rob. Exactly, Doug. Exactly. I've been a traditional bow hunter and archery teacher for over 20 years. This is what I'm good at. A shillelagh is, oh man. No, he says that the shillelaghs are illegal. Well, Reiki. As one of my favorite characters in one of my R.A. Salvatore books, starring Driz Duundren and the rest of the Forgotten Realms. Pykel Boulder Shoulder uses his Shalala. If you have a Shalala, use it. Yes, I remember seeing that one. If you could use one of those, way to go. I am not proficient in anything like that. Like I said, my deal is, what I got. Oh, I'm sure they do, Rob. Oh, by the way, folks, this next week, not this week, but Friday, or Saturday technically, is Veterans Day here in the States. I do celebrate on the 11th, like everybody else, since I'm a veteran twice over. My wife is a veteran herself. So, yeah, we'll be celebrating by going out and getting a free meal for veterans at our favorite restaurant on Saturday. So I don't know if I'm going to be back in time for Cliff's Live or not, but I'll give it a shot. I've seen some really interesting walking sticks, um, Rob. I mean, I've seen the ones with the built-in flasks. I've seen the ones with the built-in swords. I've seen the ones with the built-in um, telescopes, and the ones that are firearms as well. And there's a place, I believe, in New York that's nothing but canes and walking sticks. Let me check something real quick. Tell your mom thank you for what she did. My mom was a member of the Ladies Auxiliary of the Veterans of Foreign Wars here in the United States. She was the president of the Ladies Auxiliary here in Iowa um, for many years before she passed. And yeah, my family, we celebrate veterans every year as much as we can. Cliff is usually on Jesse's channel on Tuesdays. He has a series of different people he's at every day of the week for the most part. He moderates several different channels. He comes on my channel on Thursdays. He's on. I'm on his on Saturdays. I'm generally on Jason and Molly's on Wednesdays. He's there on Wednesdays as well. just different days for different people. The only time I'm not on is usually Sunday, Wednesday, or Friday. Sorry, folks. I am extremely tired. I'm going to be shutting down soon because my body is shutting down because I'm tired. My knee is freaking killing me. I need to get it up for a while and take some medication for it. But do you have any more questions before I shut all my gear down and put everything back where it belongs? You get some sleep, brother. I know I don't sleep much, but that's pushing it. If I'm going to be shutting it down, folks, so I will see you guys tomorrow on Jason Demolli's, hopefully. So be well. I love you all. Thank you all for coming. Thanks for all the questions. And I will see you tomorrow on Jason Demolli's. Love you. I'm out of here in 5, 4, 3, 2,